everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I am finally sitting down to review the Tesh Beauty All About Skin foundation, which I'm very excited about. I've obviously been using this foundation probably over the last year, and obviously I've learned a lot of things about this foundation, but today we're going to be doing a review and wear test as we usually do with our foundations. And recently they launched, well, it's not so recent, I think I've had this concealer in my collection for a while now, but they launched the foundation and then a good couple of months after they launched their concealers. So I'm going to be using the concealer and foundation combo today, and we're going to see how everything wears and all of that good stuff. I could sit here and talk about it until I'm blue in the face, but I'd rather show you guys what it's all about, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into it. I'm first going to go onto the Tesh Beauty website and just read you guys a description about the foundation, and then we'll get straight into it. So the All About Skin foundation is an elegant, luxurious, medium to full coverage foundation inspired by our desire to make makeup more accessible. The All About Skin foundation comes in 24 gorgeous shades, making it easier for more people to find an exact match. The lightweight full coverage foundation smooths seamlessly over your skin to conceal and disguise blemishes, redness, fine lines, and wrinkles without leaving you looking cakey. Here's why you'll love it. Long-lasting effect, all-day wear, mask-proof coverage, suitable for all skin types. The formula is suitable for all skin types and will not leave your skin feeling tight or dry. Now, what I love about this brand is that if you actually scroll, you will come across quite a few reviews, which I think is really, really nice. I'm going to do the foundation and then I'm going to do the concealer, okay? So my brows are already done. Okay, so my skin care is already done. I'm gonna go in and prep the skin with the Benefit Professional Light Primer. Now, I honestly didn't think I needed... also, can we talk about how my nails are matching this primer? I didn't think I needed a primer like this consistency until I tried the light primer, and I was like, okay, Benefit. But you guys know we're going to prep the skin to give the foundation a decent chance, because I want to see how it wears, you know, with all of the measures that we take to get our makeup looking fabulous. I'm literally just the shade F330, but sometimes when I'm sunburnt, and I'm a little sunburnt right now, I like to mix F340 into my foundation just so that, you know, I don't look like a floating head, you know. But that's just the makeup artist in me. Although I will say, for the longest time I was so happy with the F330 shade, and I'm just gonna use one shade today because why not. So I just pumped out this foundation on the back of my makeup tile. It is a little runny, but we don't mind that. We're just here for the coverage, okay? So I've been meaning to do this review for such a long time, you guys, and I don't know, like, I just didn't really have the time. At that time when I first received this foundation, there was also so many different foundations on the market, so, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I was a little bit frazzled, not gonna lie. But I've been reaching for this foundation quite frequently as of recently, and yeah, I thought, let me just, you know, do a review so that when you guys are looking for the information of this foundation, you can easily find it. Okay, so I'm going to be using a brush as always, as you guys know. Now with the Tesh Beauty foundation, a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a lot of product. This coverage is not playing. You'll see my forehead is a little bit sunburnt. I am a little sunburnt, honey, but we'll make it work. I love the smell of this foundation. Don't ask me why, I just really, really do. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a cosmetic kind of smell, if I can describe it like that. So just applying this to my face. Now, one thing I will say, you guys, is you don't have to pack on a lot of this foundation. I think I've made some mistakes in the past where I thought like I needed to put on a lot, but this foundation is like really, really good coverage, so a little goes a long way. You don't have to put on a lot, and you guys can see, like, there was just one layer of this foundation, and I do have imperfections along this area, as you can see here from Shark Week, and it's such a beautiful foundation. The color is super rich. I really love this 330 shade. I think it works so beautifully on my skin. So yeah, guys, you really don't need a lot of this foundation to get the coverage that you need. I mean, look at that. I will say I feel like it kind of slightly oxidizes a little bit. which is kind of very reminiscent of like the Fenty Beauty foundation, but it oxidizes in a good way. Okay, so this coverage is really, really good. What I like to do is whatever's left on my like makeup tile, I just pick it up and go in the areas where I can see a little bit of my pigmentation peeking through. You know, some pigmentation is darker than others. Like the ones here are lightening, so it covers up completely. But the ones on my cheeks can tend to be a little bit pesky, so I go in with a little bit of extra product just where I really need it. But overall on my face, you guys can see this is such an impeccable coverage foundation. Like it literally matches well. I mean, yeah, it's such a good foundation, you guys. Okay guys, so I actually went onto my Instagram to check when last I actually reviewed this foundation for Instagram. I've never actually done a full review and wear test though, so this is what this video is catering towards, because I want to show you guys like how stunning this foundation actually really is. And yeah, like I've had a year to play around with this foundation and it's just been bomb. And recently what got me back into the Tesh Beauty foundations is recently they sent me their liquid eyeshadows to test and review, and I was just like, girl, if we're gonna have a liquid eyeshadow day, let's have a Tesh Beauty day. And ever since then I was like, why did I kind of forget about this foundation? What is my problem? So they sent me two shades, C300 and C290, and I really like C290. It's a bit more on the yellowy side and I really like a brightening concealer. Really love it. So let's read a description of it, shall we? Now this concealer retails for 295 Rand, which is really not bad at all. By the way, you guys, I actually use the shade matching tool on the Tesh Beauty website to actually get shade matched to the shade F330. So you can actually go into Tesh Beauty online, you can put in like your most accurate foundation match and they'll give you something that is probably going to match your skin tone in the Tesh Beauty range. I went off of my Fenty Beauty 330 and I got matched to this shade and I love it. I mean, you guys can see it pretty much looks insane, although I probably look insane also because this is very full coverage and there's no dimension in my face right now. Okay, so it says instantly cover blemishes, scarring and discoloration and brighten with the Tesh Beauty concealer. This concealer also helps to minimize the appearance of dark under eye circles. Our non-cakey formula brightens up and evens your tone with very minimal product used. Available in 24 shades as well, just like the foundation. Use our shade finder to find your perfect match. So again, you can use the shade finder to find your perfect match in the Tesh Beauty foundation. I know somebody asked me for a dupe of the NYX beige and I honestly feel like Tesh Beauty C290 is almost a perfect dupe, except it's not as yellow as beige NYX. So yeah, if you guys love the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, it's no longer available in South Africa, get your hands on Tesh Beauty, honey. It's really bomb. So yeah, there's 24 different shades to choose from and you can find one that matches your skin tone. It's ultra lightweight, it wears well all day, and an undetectable finish, and it's suitable for all skin types, normal, dry, oily and combination skin. And it says for brightening up your under eyes, go a shade or two lighter. So I love that. Again, there are tons of product reviews, so if you guys are not necessarily sold on my review or whatever the case may be, there's so many other reviews that you guys can go ahead and really just read. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of reviews, there's a lot of people going into detail about their experience, so I really love that. And yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So one thing about this concealer that I've realized is that it dries down a little bit fast, so I like to work in sections on the face. So also, can we talk about this doe foot applicator, you guys? It is probably one of the best doe foot applicators that a concealer could ever have. Okay, it's really bomb. So I'm just gonna do my chin and my upper lip. A little goes a long way, you don't need a lot. I'm just gonna make sure all the water is wrung out of my sponge. You want to make sure there's no dampness in your sponge left, because I find that sometimes if your sponge is too damp, it ends up picking up the foundation underneath, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you're working with a dry sponge. Nice. Okay, so then I'm gonna do the center of my face. Yeah, don't leave too much of time between putting down the concealer and blending it, because it sets quite fast and it will literally be super difficult to blend once it has set. So work in sections. I find some of the best concealers, like, you actually have to work in sections, and once it is blended out, this baby is not moving, you guys. It is not moving at all. I mean, just look at this coverage, guys. It is so beautiful. Like, I love it so much. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead off of camera. I'm gonna do the rest of my face. The time right now, though, is 2:52, so it is in the afternoon. 2:52 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to do a check-in with you guys. Okay, guys, so the time right now is 24 minutes past 3. So it has been about like over half an hour since I've had this foundation on. I've done a little bit of cream blush, I've done my bronzer, my highlight, all of that stuff, and I've baked the center of my face, which is what I usually do. I am gonna go ahead and just set the rest of my face. I wouldn't say it dries down completely, so I would definitely set it. I'm just gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and just lightly set the jawline. So yeah, I will say, if you guys are going to be wearing this foundation with the mask, you know, you're going out, definitely set your jawline area, because it does have a little bit of a tack to it once the foundation itself dries down. So you definitely need to set it so that it does not move. And yeah, that's what the foundation looks like. I really like it. I like it a lot. I know it is quite late in the day for me to be doing a foundation review and wear test, but I am gonna be busy for the next couple of hours. I got other things to do, and it's probably gonna be a while until I remove this face of makeup. So I'm gonna go fix my hair, do the other work that I need to do, and I will talk to you guys in a couple of hours, I guess. See you soon. Okay, everyone, so the time right now is, I had to get my other phone because my other phone is charging. It's 8 minutes past 5. Hopefully you guys can see the time. Well, now it's 9 minutes past 5. So I've had this foundation on for 2 hours now, or just over 2 hours, and yeah, like, this is what it looks like. I've obviously been like rubbing my nose and stuff, so yeah, that's what it looks like, you guys. I've also eaten and that kind of stuff. A lot has happened in 2 hours, and yeah, that's what the face looks like after 2 hours. I will chat to you guys in the next, I don't know however many hours it is, guys, you know. Hey everyone, the time right now is 32 minutes past 9. So it's been more or less over 6.5 hours that I've had this foundation on. Usually with my kind of skin type, I know how foundations are gonna sit 6 hours in. So let me get my mirror and let's scrutinize it, shall we? So yeah, like I said, I usually know like around the 6 hour mark how like the foundation is going to perform, because that's usually when the makeup starts settling and has already creased and done its thing, and it's the only thing that's going to get worse from the 6 hour mark is the oiliness. So I definitely have gotten oily, as you guys can see. A lot of my natural oils have come through in this foundation, which is completely normal. I've creased like just the tiniest of bit into my smile lines. Don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but it's not like crazy or anything of that sort. And I did bake the area, so yeah, it does settle like the slightest bit, but I've been smiling and laughing and all that kind of stuff over the last couple of hours, and laughing at myself most importantly. So yeah, like, it's completely normal. We have expressions. It's normal for foundations to do this, although I will say it hasn't, yeah, I mean, I've had foundations settle into my creases worse than this, so this is really not a thing. even with baking, I've had foundation settle worse than this. I think this foundation looks incredible. Like I said, my oils do come through, which is completely normal. I mean, it's completely normal. And yeah, I would say if you guys are using this for a special occasion, using this at work, whatever the case may be is, you can actually maybe just carry a touch-up powder with you, and you can easily like touch up this foundation. I'm just using my little square puff that I got from Shein that I just had my baking powder on, and you can easily just like touch up and mattify the skin again, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's as good as new. The foundation itself is not breaking down or anything of that sort. So yeah, I really love it. I think it looks bomb. I was rubbing my nose and that kind of stuff, so a little bit of the foundation on my nose has like gone away because my nose was leaking. It was cold this afternoon. But yeah, other than that, I will leave you guys to decide the rest. I think this foundation is really bomb. Tesh Beauty Foundation and Concealer. That is it from me, you guys. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!